It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so last but not least, I wanted to talk about Andy Cruz, who was the co-main event on the Edgar Berlanga undercard. You know, really good fighter. Obviously, we've all been following Andy Cruz with a lot of intrigue here on True School Sports because of what he did in the amateurs and just what he brought to the table, you know, because of his amateur pedigree. And it was his third pro fight. He was taking on the southpaw Mexican fighter, Brian Zemaripa. You know, he was 14-2. Good little fighter, crafty, not a whole lot of punching power. So I knew that Andy Cruz wasn't going to have to worry too much about, volume punches coming at him. And Andy Cruz did what Andy Cruz did his last fight. He showed more growth. He showed more development in this fight. Being that it was an orthodox versus southpaw matchup, Brian Zemaripa was getting consistently clipped with the straight right hand. That was the popular diet of punches that were coming from Andy Cruz. Right hand after right hand after right hand. And he couldn't miss with the straight right hand. And he was backing this guy up routinely with the straight right hand. And, he didn't get him out of there. This guy was tough, tough Mexican, never been stopped in well over 15 pro fights. His claim to fame was having a close fight with Angel Fierro, who was a solid fighter as well. So it was a good workmanlike performance where Andy Cruz gets rounds in the bank. Andy Cruz gets another win under his belt. And I think Andy Cruz needs to step up fight, because the two guys he fought, Giovanni Straffon and now Brian Zemaripa, these guys are solid. They're there to do a job. They're there to present a certain type of style and be durable and give him some rounds and some looks. But now it's time for Andy to fight someone in the top 15. So I don't really care who that is or who they want that to be. Andy Cruz is ranked in all four of the sanctioning bodies, WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO. He's ranked in all of them. And I think the boxing fans, I think the viewers of True School Sports, I think we all want the same things, which is not just Andy Cruz against top fighters, but Andy Cruz against Keyshawn Davis. We want to see the rematch of their rivalry, which was very one-sided, by the way, because Andy Cruz never lost to Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs. So we all want to see that fight. Keyshawn's coming off of a great performance against Jose Pedraza, where how was that fight? He stole the show. He beat the brakes off Pedraza and probably sent him into retirement because Pedraza looked horrible that night and Keyshawn looked like $1 million. So Keyshawn, I think his stock is about as high as it's been because of that performance. I think Andy Cruz, people already regard him highly, and under the watchful eye of Jaron and Bozy Ennis, the training he's been getting there in Philly, he's transitioned his style from amateur to pro very quickly. I mean, sometimes you watch him fight, the way he throws the straight right hand, the way he loops the right hand, even down to the outfits he wears with the tassels and the colors. He looks like a 135 Jaron Boots Ennis, and I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. He looks amazing, and I'm very impressed with how quickly he's adapted his style to the pros. It shows that he's teachable. It shows that he listens. It shows that, the training they do there in Philadelphia with Bozy Ennis, they have a great system there, and there's a reason why Boots is who he is in boxing, and there's a reason why Andy Cruz is developing so quickly. So credit goes to all of them involved. Credit goes to Bozy for being a great teacher. Credit goes to Boots for helping Andy, and credit goes to Andy for being a willing listener. Because I'll tell you guys this, I've been around a lot of fighters in the gym over the years, talented guys, talented, really skilled fighters. Some guys that are known, some guys that maybe aren't the most known, but guys that had real potential to do things in the sport, and they didn't fulfill the potential. Why? Because they weren't willing listeners. But Andy Cruz is a willing listener. So look, there's not a whole lot to make of the performance, just because it was a one-sided workman-like performance where Andy Cruz couldn't miss the straight right hand. But I would like Andy Cruz to fight either Keyshawn Davis next, or better yet, I'll do you one even better. I would like Andy Cruz to fight the winner of the March 16th fight in Las Vegas between William Zepeda and Maxie Hughes. I think that'd be a good fight. I think Andy Cruz is not one of these guys. He don't got to be 5-0, 6-0 to fight top guys. I think he could fight these guys right now and more than hold his own and win a lot of these fights. So match him up with the guys like Maxie Hughes, Zepeda, Keyshawn, Floyd Schofield. I mean, who else am I missing from the matchroom side of things? Like, just anybody. I think he's really, really good. And yeah, the development continues. And I think by the end of this year, by the end of this year, there's no reason why him and Keyshawn Davis shouldn't be fighting each other. And honestly, I think Eddie Hearn would love to make that fight because Eddie Hearn's about making money. And Eddie Hearn believes in Eddie Cruz. I think it's going to come down to not necessarily Keyshawn Davis, because I think Keyshawn Davis is a confident person. I've seen him in person, and I've been in his presence. That kid believes in himself. That kid really, really believes in himself. I think it'll be down to the handlers at Top Rank. The guys like Brad Goodman and Bruce Trampler and the guys that make the executive decisions. Will and do they feel confident enough in Keyshawn Davis's development and where he's at now in his career to put him in the ring by the end of this year with Andy Cruz? Because Andy Cruz is showing a lot of skills. Is Andy Cruz an elite world-class puncher? No. But he's very accurate, and he's sharp, and his reflexes are good. And he can counterpunch as well. And we saw when Keyshawn fought Nahir Albright, counterpunching gave him a lot of problems. So stylistically, just like it was in the amateurs, there are some things in that fight that could be very problematic for Keyshawn. So, look, good win for Andy Cruz. He's 3-0 now. They don't got to baby him. Give us some good fights next. Give him a real step-up fight. No more cannon fodder. No more just solid, durable guys. Give him a good, solid guy in the top 15 to where people can now really see what does Andy Cruz have, at the top levels of boxing and in the lightweight division. But let me know. You guys give me some ideas too, because I don't got the rankings in front of me, so I'm just going off the top of the head. Who do you want to see Andy Cruz fight next? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure to subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.